so. Tell me, Corrine, what make you treat me so? Corrine, Corrine, what make you treat me so? Hey, you done stop me knocking at your door. Alright, a little bit of Blind Boy Fuller's Corrine. Corrine, what makes you treat me so? Variation on the old Corrine, familiar Corrina, which we've done before. A little bit slower and bluesier. Very kind of odd chord pattern, but easy. It's nothing more than an A major and a D major and an E7. It's just in a different order than we used to. And it's a nice one to solo on. It's uses a lot of the A minor and A blues scale, minor blues scale, like we talked about many times before in our theory classes, which I hope you're doing. They're all available for free on YouTube. You're going to learn more in 2 to 5 minutes than you will sitting in a classroom for 2 to 5 weeks or months. I don't even know. So this is in the key of A. And like I said, it uses a lot of minor notes. You may notice, actually, if you kind of hum this one a little bit, chord structure is different, but it does have a lot of similarities with some like older tunes like In the Pines and the Pines with Sun Never Shines. I mean, bluesy or bluegrass tunes. They were all coming out of the same, well, rural people. I mean, rural black folk, rural white folk, usually working together on a farm, picking up things from each other, playing music together, drinking liquor, and having a good time. I mean, that's actually what happened more often than not. Whether the people on television want to portray that, whatever. We're going to start. All right, so we're in the key of A, right? So the key of A, we would start with the A major chord, which is A, C sharp, E. But this is going to be a blues tune, so we're going to lower the C sharp to C. So whereas it would normally be here, we're going to go here. C natural. Yeah. So, and we're going to start on that. Let's see, how did I actually play that? I was just improvising it, you know. And I can use that E flat there too as well. So, chord would be A, C, E, right? A, C, E. And then for the A7, I've got a G note here. And so I can go A, if I wanted to, but anyway, let's just see what we got. So C, A, C, A, C, D, E, D, A, G, A, G, E flat, down to E, C, A. Yeah, I think that's right, yeah. And that's just that E flat to D, E flat to D, back to C. Let's see. E, G, A. Probably did something like that. So real simple, real simple. It's a good little blues to learn. It's sort of an odd one, and but you can pick up a lot of licks you can play in a lot of bluesy or bluegrass tunes. I think that's where it would probably be most helpful. And well, you could also, I mean, if you're going to jam in the key of A in blues, These licks are really, really useful, I think, anyway. So let's look at the odd chord structure. We're starting off in A, or we can play it up here, whichever you like, right? If you're a bluegrass player, you're just going to slide your old G chop chord up 2 frets. If you're more of a using my chord system, you're going to play it A, C sharp, E, and A again. You get 1 bar of that, you get 1 bar A, and then you go to E. And we can use the same shape. We can just move this shape over so your pinky finger's on the E string, and it becomes a 3-note chord. So, Corrine, Corrine, will make you treat me so. Yeah. Let me double check. Yeah. You can stay on the A, or you can go from A to E7 at that point. So you go. I like to go actually A7. Sounds better to me. That's just maybe to my ear. But anyways, Corrine, Corrine, I will make you treat me so. Back to A major. Corrine. Yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna go D. And again, I'm using the same. I'm going to show you this little trick here. I'm using the same chord shape. All this is going to be from my A major to my E major to my D major. So let's do that again. Corrine, Corrine, what make you treat me so? Now let's go D. Corrine, Corrine, what make you treat me so? And then it just sits here. Corrine, Corrine, what make you treat me so? You done stop me from knocking E7, knocking at your door. So, very different kind of blues. It's not our standard 12 bar. But the soloing A on the mandolin is like so easy once you get your bluesy notes down. Remember, we're going to we always want to flatten the 3rd when we're playing in the blues, but it becomes optional. You can use either. We can flatten the 5th. Again, it's optional. And always flatten the 7th. Probably the main one, if there's one rule, is flat the 7th. So let's see, where are we? Let's see. Yeah. And obviously you could riff on that all day like Sam Bush and have a real good time. I got so many opportunities to hang out with Sam Bush. What a great guy he is. He's such a fun guy to be around, and such a great musician. And he makes a lot of use of pentatonic scales, blues scales, blue notes, and a lot of rhythm. You know, not to simplify his style, because he can play some of those complex. I mean, you know, dude, well, wasn't he a national fiddle champion at one point? I mean, when he was a kid, I mean, he could play anything. But, yeah, when he's jamming and grooving, he's going to be playing a lot of pentatonic scales and a lot of blue notes. That's really almost his signature sound, I would say. But anyway. Have fun with this tune. If you got any questions or comments, let me know. Send me an email, judson@judsoncarroll.com. Leave a question or comment in the comment section below the video. I get right back with you. And have fun with it. like I said, this is an odd blues tune. The chord structure is different, but those licks you could absolutely, use with a bunch of old Bill Monroe songs. I mean, oh yeah, he was very influenced by blues musicians, as we all know, and blues is a very big part of bluegrass. Traditionally, so is country music. Unfortunately, a lot of modern bluegrass doesn't sound much like country music at all anymore. It sounds more like elevator music played very fast. I would much rather hear somebody play some good old bluesy Jimmy Martin songs, and 100%. And some Osborne Brothers, and Jim and Jesse, and oh gosh, the Country Gentlemen. Seldom Seen. I'm thinking of some of my favorite bands right now, so I'm smiling. I mean, I grew up following Doc Watson around. Doc played a ton of blues, but Bill Monroe was one heck of a blues mandolin player. Yank Rachel, or whatever his name was not the only blues mandolin player. Bill Monroe could hold his own with anybody. Willie Brown played with Charlie Patton. Phenomenal blues mandolin player. Get your ears open to some of that, and you really hear some potential of the music. But then, like I always say, don't limit yourself just to listen to mandolin players, especially when it comes to blues. I mean, go get some B.B. King, Mike Bloomfield. Go get Peter Green. I would have messed up. I think that's by memory, a little Peter Green solo. That's what I was trying to remember. When I said I messed up, it was like, I always tell you the no wrong notes. I could have just kept playing, but I actually had that specific solo in my head, and I was trying to do it. So what was the wrong note I hit? Oh, yeah, I hit the B when I was trying to go for C. I could have done that. See, that's how I could have fixed it. Let's say this time I go through. Yeah. See, just in turning that mistake, I always tell you the no wrong notes. So when I hit the B, when I meant to go for the C, I could have gone, and it sounds right. Always remember, it's not the note you just played, it's the next note that matters. I'm glad I made that mistake, because it really gives you a real life example of how to do what I keep saying when I say there are no wrong notes. The next note's that matters. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time.